Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Wife of drug kingpin El Chapo arrested on U.S. drug charges. The wife of Mexican drug kingpin El Chapo was arrested Monday in the United States and accused of helping her husband run his multi-billion-dollar cartel and plot his audacious escape from a Mexican prison in 2015. Emma, a 31-year-old former beauty queen, was arrested at Dulles International Airport in Virginia and is expected to appear in federal court in Washington on Tuesday. She is a dual citizen of the United States and Mexico. Her arrest is the latest twist in the bloody multinational saga involving Guzman, the longtime head of the Sinaloa drug cartel. Guzman, whose two dramatic prison escapes in Mexico fed into a legend that he and his family were all but untouchable, was extradited in the United States in 2017 and is serving life in prison. And now his wife, with whom he had two young daughters, has been charged with helping him run his criminal empire. In a single court criminal complaint, Coronel was charged with conspiracy to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, and marijuana in the U.S. The Justice Department also accused her of helping her husband escape from a Mexican prison in 2015 and participating in the planning of a second prison escape before Guzman was extradited to the United States. Coronel's attorney Drvg declined to comment Monday night. As Mexico's most powerful drug lord, Guzman ran a cartel responsible for smuggling mountains of cocaine and other drugs into the United States during his 25-year reign, prosecutors said in recent court papers. They also said his army of sicarios, or hitmen, was under orders to kidnap, torture, and kill anyone who got in his way. His prison breaks became the stuff of legend and raised serious questions about whether Mexico's justice system was capable of holding him accountable. In one case, he escaped through an entry under the shower in his cell to a mile-long, lighted tunnel with a motorcycle on rails. The planning for the escape was extensive, prosecutors said, with his wife playing a key role. Court papers charged that Coronel worked with Guzman's son and a witness, who is now cooperating with the U.S. government, to organize the construction of the underground tunnel that Guzman used to escape from the Altiplano prison to prevent his extradition to the U.S. The plot included purchasing a piece of land near the prison, firearms, and an armored truck, and smuggling him a GPS watch so that they could pinpoint his exact whereabouts so as to construct the tunnel with an entry point accessible to him, the court papers said. Guzman was sentenced to life behind bars in 2019. Coronel, who was a beauty queen in her teens, regularly attended Guzman's trial even when testimony implicated her in his prison breaks. The two, separated in age by more than 30 years, have been together since at least 2007, and their twin daughters were born in 2011. Her father, Inés Coronel Barreras, was arrested in 2013 with one of his sons and several other men in a warehouse with hundreds of pounds of marijuana across the border from Douglas, Arizona. Months earlier, the U.S. Treasury had announced financial sanctions against her father for his alleged drug trafficking. After Guzman was rearrested following his escape, Coronel lobbied the Mexican government to improve her husband's prison conditions. And after he was convicted in 2019, she moved to launch a clothing line in his name. Mike Vigil, the Drug Enforcement Administrator, former Chief of International Operations, said Coronel has been involved in the drug trade since she was a little girl. She knows the inner works of the Sinaloa cartel. He said she could be willing to cooperate. She has a huge motivation, and that is her twins, Vigil stated. U.S. Coast Guard seized nearly 6,000 pounds of cocaine in Caribbean Sea. The United States Coast Guard said Monday that crew from its cutter Thetis returned here after a 43-day patrol in the Caribbean Sea, during which the crew interdicted 3 drug vessels and seized close to 6,000 pounds of cocaine with a street value of about US 82 million. By making our presence known in the Caribbean, we continue to disrupt the flow of illicit and dangerous drugs into the United States, said Commander Justin Cotter, the TIS commanding officer. In one case, the TIS crew assumed tactical control of Port Canaveral-based Coast Guard Cutter Confidence Pursuit boat and boarding team, the U.S. Coast Guard said. It said the TIS crew launched a MH-65 helicopter would stop the go-fast vessel with disabling fire and resulting in an estimated 1,100 pounds of cocaine disrupted and the apprehension of 2 suspected smugglers. The U.S. Coast Guard also stated that the TIS crew also conducted a joint interdiction with its key West sister ship, Coast Guard Cutter Mohawk and crew. During that case, the TIS crews utilized a MH-65 helicopter and stopped a go-fast vessel with precision fire to the vessel's outboard engine, resulting in an estimated 1,220 pounds of cocaine seized and the apprehension of 3 suspected smugglers, the U.S. Coast Guard reported. It said the crew also conducted joint counter-narcotic operations with the Colombian Navy. While patrolling with one of the partner nations' ships, the U.S. Coast Guard said that the TIS crew conducted communications exercise showcasing the teamwork and joint interoperability between the United States and Colombia. The U.S. Coast Guard said the counter-narcotic interdictions were in support of Campaign Martillo, a multinational counter-narcotics collaboration to disrupt transnational criminal organizations that threaten global security and prosperity. Martillo is led by Joint Interagency Task Force South, a component of U.S. Southern Command and supported by 15 U.S. and 21 international agencies, the U.S. Coast Guard said. Man charged following Seaview Garden's shooting. A man has been arrested and charged with 3 counts of shooting with intent following allegations that he, along with 2 other men, opened fire on a group of people on Seaf Pathway, Phase 2 in Seaview Gardens, Kingston on Saturday, February 13. The police said 3 persons were injured and transported to hospital where they were treated and released. Charged is 35-year-old Damian Simit, otherwise called Murty, of the said community. He has also been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. The incident happened about 7 p.m. Simit was charged after a question and answer session. His court date is being finalized. 6 more die from COVID in Jamaica. Death toll passes 400. More than 400 people have now died from COVID-19 in Jamaica, with the island recording 6 more casualties as a result of the illness on Monday. The latest recorded coronavirus deaths include an 88-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 67-year-old female from St. Anne, a 63-year-old male from St. James, a 73-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, and 81-year-old male from Trelawney, and a 63-year-old male also from Trelawney, whose death was previously under investigation. The casualties bring the overall coronavirus death toll in Jamaica to 405. There were, however, 3 other deaths involving COVID-19 patients that are under investigation, and another classified as coincidental. In the meantime, the country recorded 147 new COVID-19 cases from 582 samples and 58 recoveries on the day. The 147 newly confirmed COVID-19 cases bring the total number of cases on record for the island to 21,826, while the 48 recoveries mean that 13,046 persons have now recovered from the virus in Jamaica. Of the newly confirmed cases, 87 are females and 60 are males, with ages ranging from 9 days to 87 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew 36, Manchester 22, Trelawney 18, St. Anne 17, St. Elizabeth 16, Clarendon 11, St. Thomas 11, St. James 10, St. Catherine 3, St. Mary 2, and Hanover 1. There are 33 moderately ill patients and 18 critically ill patients among the 8,163 active cases now under observation in Jamaica. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.